Hey guys, this is your video for 9-1B. We're continuing on with graphing on our coordinate plane. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be graphing, connecting, we're going to be graphing dots, plotting points. We're going to be connecting those dots and we're going to be making shapes on our coordinate plane. We're going to be identifying those shapes or polygons on the coordinate plane. We're going to be describing the length of lines on the coordinate plane. We're going to be giving directions and following directions. So let's jump into it. If you don't know the name of all of your polygons, it's okay. We're going to be refreshing our memory in class. I hope that we have a little bit of a basic understanding of some basic geometrical shapes, but if you don't, we're going to be going over what each shape is and what makes it that shape. So right here, we have A, B, C, D. I can see that it has four shapes, or four sides, sorry. So I know that it's a quadrilateral. That's very general to say it's a polygon. More specifically, it's a quadrilateral because it has four sides. Now let's see if we can classify that quadrilateral. Does it have any parallel lines? Yes, it does. A and B and C and D are both parallel. And I know that because if this one goes up 3/2, this one also goes up 3/2. So I know that they are parallel. They follow that same slope there. So, and I know A and D and B and C are both parallel because they are both on my horizontal axis there. So it has two sets of parallel lines. So it's a polygon, a shape, a quadrilateral, has four sides, has two sets of parallel lines. So it is a parallelogram. And then the question is, does it have right angles? It does not. So it's not a square or a rectangle. So is it a rhombus, perhaps, or is it just a parallelogram? A rhombus is where it has to have four sides of all the same length. This one, it looks like it does. We haven't learned enough to be able to say, yes, it definitely does. So if it looks like it's pretty darn close, I'll accept if you say it's a rhombus. But until you learn how to find the hypotenuse of a line, we're not going to get to that yet. If it looks like it's pretty darn close, I'll take that it's a rhombus. If it had gone out way longer and my parallelogram looked like this, that I know all four sides are not the same length. So that would not be a rhombus, that would just be a parallelogram. But again, this one looks pretty close and I could probably say they look like they're about the same. So if you said a rhombus, that's fine. If you said a parallelogram, that's fine too. This guy down here, WXYZ, again, I see 4 points, I see four sides, so I know it's a quadrilateral. I can see these two lines are parallel, these two lines are parallel, also a parallelogram. And it also looks like these four sides might be the same length. So this is a rhombus right here. This one down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, has four sides, four angles. That is a quadrilateral, but this one does not have two sets of parallel lines. This only has one set of parallel lines. These two are parallel. These two are not parallel because they will eventually meet. Okay, so if you were to extend those lines out, if they will eventually touch, that means they're not parallel. So only one set of parallel lines means that it's a trapezoid. So exactly one set of parallel lines is a trapezoid. So here we've got what looks like it might be a rhombus, possibly a parallelogram. This one is your rhombus. This one is your trapezoid. Okay, so we are going to connect these, well, graph the points, connect the points, give the order of pairs, and then we are going to identify the shape. So A is 3, 4. So over 3, up 4, this is point A, which is 3, 4. Point B was -6, -3, so -6, -3. And C was 2, -4. So I plotted those points. Now you're going to connect those points. And you're going to, oops, whoa. And you're going to classify your triangle here. Now we know it has three sides, so we know that it is a triangle. It has a right angle here, So I know that it is a right triangle. If you can tell if two of your sides are congruent or equal, then that means it's an isosceles triangle. And we'll go into what all these specific classifications are. So we've got, well, again, we'll go over these in class, but we've got acute triangles, right triangles, or obtuse triangles. And then we have isosceles triangles, scalene triangles, or equilateral triangles. If all you've got is a triangle, put down triangle, and then try and get as specific as you can from there, but at least identify that it is a triangle. And then from here, this gives you a whole bunch of points. We're not going to do every single one. You will do one triangle and one quadrilateral. You're going to graph all these points and then name the shape. So let's do number 7, and let's do -3, 0. So backwards 3, up 0, there's J. K is 0, 5, so over 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is K. L is forward 3, down 0, so there's L. So I can see I clearly have a triangle here. All of my sides look to be like they would be about the same. I would probably say it's an equilateral triangle. Again, not really proving anything right now, so I'll take if it looks like that way. Typically in geometry, I'd say never assume unless you can prove. For these, it's okay. We haven't quite gotten that deep into proving things yet. And we can tell that it is an acute triangle because all 3 angles are acute. If it has one right angle, it's a right triangle. If it has one obtuse angle, it's an obtuse triangle. Let's do one of our quadrilaterals here. And I know it's going to be a quadrilateral because they all have 4 points from here on out. So I don't know, let's just pick 12. So J is at -4, 1. So backwards 4, up 1. There's J. K is -3, -1. So backwards 3, down 1. There's K. L is 0, -1. There's L. M is 2, 1. So forward 2, up 1. Okay, now I'm going to connect these, J, K, and M. And I can see here I have a quadrilateral and I only have one set of parallel lines. The other 2 are not parallel. So that means this is a trapezoid. So again, we'll practice classifying those shapes. If you don't know them all, it's okay. Just be as specific as you possibly can. I hope that helps. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys later.